Hello, we're now going to be giving you guys a review of the Sigma 7300mm f4 to 5.6 APO DG MACRO Telephoto lens. This lens is a Nikon Mount version. They make it in a couple various mounts for like Sony, Pentax, and cameras like that. So this is the box it ships in. We ordered this one from B&H Photo Video, the online store. They also have a big superstore in New York, but their online store ships fast and is reliable, so we buy from them. So inside this box, there's just some. This is the wrapping that the lens came in. Here is a warranty card. Then we have the manual and something else. Not quite sure what that is. Just a small manual. And that's it for inside the box. And then with the lens, for no extra price or cost, whatever, you get this soft case. So you open the soft case right here. And then right here you have the lens itself. So right here is the lens cap, or sorry, lens hood, not cap. The lens hood that it comes with. The nice big telephoto type lens hood. And right here we have a 58mm cap. So 58mm is a filter size for this lens. And here's the cap for it. It's a Sigma. It's nice. It looks like a Nikon cap because the two index is right here, just like Nikon's. This actually isn't the rear mount or the rear lens cap comes with. It actually comes with one of these. So this is how actually it should be. That's what it looks like. Now, as you can see, right here, we have a normal and macro mode. Right now it's in normal mode, so that means we can zoom from 70 all the way to 300 and back to 70, and in between there's a manual and autofocus switch right here. We can switch it back. It will focus. It doesn't focus the entire range, so you can see the range when in normal mode is limited. Now if we go back to 70, you have even a limited range. Now, if we want to kick it into macro mode, we have to zoom to 200mm. We switch to macro mode, and now you can see the focus is not as limited, but it will autofocus slower when in macro mode. You can see there's a lot more focus here. Now we can switch it back into normal mode and see the focus is limited. And I do this because so that they can speed up the autofocus time when in normal mode, when you don't have any intentions of shooting macro. And so it's a nice feature. Okay, so now I'm going to be mounting this lens on a Nikon D300. So we'll mount that. Okay, so the lens is now mounted on a Nikon D300 with the battery grip. As you can see, here it is. It's not a large lens. It's not very heavy either, so it doesn't put much weight to the overall camera. And so I'll be giving you a focus test, a focus speed test right now. Camera is in autofocus. We're at 70mm, no macro. We'll put the lens hood back on. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll zoom to 100mm. Go to 200mm, and we'll go to 300mm. Now, if you remember, here's back to 70. Okay, and so we're now going to go to 200mm and put it into macro mode. So now we're in macro mode, and we'll see how fast it focuses. Go to 300. So now if you see, I can't, in macro mode, I can't go back down to 70. The zoom ring is locked. So if you want to go back down to 70, you have to put it back in normal, go back down to 70, and now it's in normal mode, and you can focus, use it as regular lens. And so that's it for the focusing speed part. Okay, so now to cover about the overall price of this lens and the build quality for its price. This is a $200 lens. It's a very solid built and capable lens for $200. I mean, it's got a nice texturized finish, just like my 70-200mm f2.8. It's not heavy, which is nice, or might be good for some people. It can do pretty good macro. The shots are decent. At the end of this video, I'll be showing you some examples using this lens on a D5000. Everything about this lens is pretty good for its price. I mean, you gotta keep in mind it's a $200 lens, so if there might be any problems with it, you only paid $200 for it, and you didn't buy a $500 Nikon version. You bought a $200 Sigma, and for that matter, it's perfect for its price. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with this lens. It does have a metal mount, as you can see, which is nice. And most lenses in $200 price range don't have that. The only thing is, it does have a fairly long barrel, especially if you put it into macro mode. And we'll put it in the manual. As you can see, the barrel gets pretty long from its original length, which that's not really a problem. Just it tugs down on the camera a little bit, especially since it has no tripod collar, and you have it like a D5000 on a tripod. It wants to pull down on it quite a bit. That's the only problem. It doesn't suffer from creepage, if you have the lens pointing down. It's not heavy enough to where it wants to change focus by itself, just because of the weight of the lens. Some lenses do have that problem, but so far, how I've been using it, I haven't seen that. That's very nice. So that's a good thing. Even the 70-300mm Nikon has that. Well, it did. Mine did when I owned it. So there's really nothing else to say about this lens other than if you're looking for a cheap telephoto that's capable, can do macro, takes decent shots, and is very affordable, then I would definitely look into buying this lens. I will post a link to B&H Photo video in the description, so we'll be looking into that. It's a great lens, shipped fast from B&H all the way to the United States, so it's about as far as you can get it to ship. Okay, sorry about that. My camera, I didn't realize it was running out of memory, so it stopped in the middle of my video. But anyways, as I was saying before, this lens shipped in about a week all the way from New York, from B&H, so they are a good supplier, and I would definitely suggest picking this lens up. I'll just give you a little walkthrough of it. Here's a 58mm filter mount. Here it is with the lens hood attached. You can flip the lens hood around like so for storing. Has a nice finish to it. So that is it for my review of the Sigma 70-300mm f4 to 5.6 APO DG MACRO Telephoto lens. And that is my cat right there. She was always in my videos. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.
Tried to hide it, but I want you tonight.